Welcome to Cosmic Stories, where we discuss knowledge from within. I'm Cate Slade, and today we're going to talk about card number 39 of my first deck, Galactic Heritage. So this card is from the Pleiades past time stream, their first era, and it is called Imbalance in Positive Polarity. This card refers to an old energy pattern and an old energy template from our past Pleiadian heritage. In that heritage, what this card is referring to is an era of the Pleiadian race when they were still a very young species, and they developed, and I know this is going to ring so many bells, they developed a habit of being unwilling and unable to work with their shadow side, right? Basically, in this kind of time stream, in their first era when they were a very young species, what they did was they always tried to focus on love and light. They focused on love and light so much that this actually excluded all of the other just undesirable, unlikable aspects of themselves that they just decided to push down and not acknowledge. And obviously that imbalance, massive imbalance, created a lot of blocked energy that ended up manifesting a plague on their planets that basically nearly wiped out the entire species. This is Pleiadian history that we're talking about. So what they did is they sought the help of their shamans and their elders, and their shamans and elders taught them how to balance the dark and light within themselves by doing this really deep work. Essentially, after a while, after they practiced, they no longer feared the shadow side, and they used both aspects of their nature for, the evolution of their species to evolve. They used the dark and the light, and their shamans taught them this by doing this really deep shadow work. So this card's message, Imbalance in Positive Polarity, is so relevant for now, for our current times, because for us as humans in our human experience, we are also afraid of our darker nature. We push down what we feel is undesirable, and sometimes society reflects this back to us and reinforces this idea that, one should only try and show a positive face and be really positive all the time and, do lots of positivity and only show that face to the world. But it's really dangerous to do that, and it's very, very imbalanced, because obviously all of that fear, that anger and that sadness, that depression, that self-hatred, my God, you name it, that exists, that is there and is being unacknowledged and pushed down, and it's terribly pushing us out of balance. So we can't just push them down and ignore them, essentially, those feelings. So we push these parts of ourselves down and we refuse to honor them, but really we should let them teach us. And sometimes maybe we even see others around us and we think, oh, they don't feel these things because they're putting on that positive face, but actually that's just not true. Everyone feels these things. And at this point in the evolution of the human species and on an individual level, it's essential that we begin to change our relationship to the shadow side. It's just so important. So basically what that means is we can't push down the parts of ourselves that we don't like. They exist, we all have them, we just can't push them down and ignore them. What we do need to do is learn to love, just fill those parts of ourselves with love, find them, love them, appreciate all sides of us, because those parts are teachers. They will teach us. And it's only through the acknowledging and the embracing of the shadow that we can truly experience our light. I love that. Dark and light, they need each other. They need each other. So this is really now, these ideas are really, really now essential to planetary evolution. How do we start this process? If you're new to this, how do we do this? So if you haven't, already been doing this, then there's ways that you can start. So just what I did as well, and what I really recommend, is just begin a deep evaluation of your fears, your resentments, your angers, basically any emotion that you just haven't been willing to feel. And just those really horrible emotions that come up that you're just like, oh, this is horrible, I don't want to feel this. You need to go there. You need to find them, sit with them and feel that. And you can journal. I journal. Journaling is so helpful. Journaling I would really recommend. But even better, what I find the most helpful is just sitting quietly in meditation and just sitting there, finding that emotion and truly feeling it. And the thing is, it is scary and it is horrible, but it won't overwhelm you if you think of it. I'll give you this idea, is that the emotion that you're feeling, you're actually just watching it as if it's a movie. Okay, so you watch yourself having that emotion, but you're watching it as if you're just like an actor and a character, and the character's feeling that way. But the one who's watching, which is you, is your true self, right? The greatness of you, your higher self, right? And your true self, your higher self, you send that character, that you feeling that emotion, compassion and love. Feel that they're suffering and send them so much love. And pay attention to any kind of like spontaneous emotions and energy sensations that might come through, and just let them flow. And this will come with meditation practice. So when you do this process repeatedly, remember, like I said in the last video, like habits, making it a habit. When you do it repeatedly, it releases the stored energy from your physical and your energy body. And when you do this regularly, it becomes a new habit. It just becomes a new habit, and it really does become easier. And that habit means that, you know, your emotional body can release its blocks. And my God, so much stuff will start happening. Like you'll just be flowing more effortlessly with life. You know, your kind of psychic abilities will start opening up. And also what really helps is just having these deep discussions with other like-minded people who are also on a spiritual path. So I find so many of these people, you know, like I have a couple of friends and family really close to me, also just finding people on Instagram and, you know, talking to them, just like-minded people. It helps so much. To have this connection is like very, very healing. And when you validate each other's ideas and each other's experiences, it gives you confidence that other people feel the same way as you. You know, if they can do it, you can do it, and it really just leads you down a new path. It's really amazing. So, you know, humanity, as we well know, is going through this immense shift, right? It's not something to be worried about. It's actually really fun. Like, we came here for a reason to be part of this shift. It's just a huge adventure. So one aspect of this shift is that humans literally have to learn a new way of being. So not always doing things, a new way of being. And this new way of being is one of integration, right? The most important word of fourth density experience is integration, the one where your emotions are not your master, right? Your emotions are your teacher, and they bring you to the next phase of your evolution. So it's just completely redefining that relationship with your emotions. So don't fear the dark emotions, okay? Because they are a passage to a new level of evolution for you. It will only happen if you're willing to embrace them, right? But just play with it, just work with it. There's no right or wrong to these things, 100%. It's just your journey, it's just your experience. So just be brave, go forth and be brave. Your higher self, your guides, other people like-minded to you on this path, you know, we're all here to help. Like, it's just one big community. So yeah, don't worry about it, have fun with it. You've got so much help and support. The universe has got your back. Okay, so thank you so much. Namaste. I really appreciate you. I really hope you found that helpful, and please join me again where we're going to be doing more deep dives into galactic heritage knowledge and consciousness and all of that jazz. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again really soon.